Everybody, today we're on winpowerball.com and the jackpot is $461,600,000 on this Monday, the 24th. Let's see what those numbers are for today.
$1.6 million. Get your tickets out. We'll start things off tonight with the number 36. Right after that, America, we have 6. Let's congratulate George C. of Pennsylvania, who won $50,000. Your next number up is 47, followed by 35, and we'll round it out tonight with 23. Now, for your winning Powerball number, good luck, everyone. It is 12, and your Power Play multiplier.
There we have it, 36, 6, 47, 35, 23, 12. We've got a pretty low Powerball today. We can do look at the lineup, and again on the right hand side it shows you all the Powerballs from most occurring to least occurring. So the most occurring Powerball digit is 21 at 55 occurrences, and that's 55 out of the 1,098 past Powerball numbers. So that's a total number of Powerball winning numbers. And so let's look at that lineup again. So 21 is the most occurring at 55, followed by 24. And then it goes all the way down, and we have our number 12, today's digit for Powerball. So that's 36 occurrences, the lowest, 34 occurrences. The 16 has also got the 34 occurrences. So pretty low Powerball today, and I really don't like low Powerballs or Mega Balls, so it makes everything very difficult to figure out a good combination for. So we'll look at the rest of the number. I guess we'll just point out that we do have two digits in the same range, and that kind of saved our combo score. So 35 and 36 are both in the range. We can look at the stats. So two digits in the same range, 30 to 39 are in that. That's the range 152 times. So 152 numbers have had that two digits in the range 30 to 39. So that's 152 out of that 1,098 total numbers. So that's a second highest range for two digits. And then as you can see, with three digits in the same range, it really drops down to 24. And then four digits in the same range, it's only two digits that has, or sorry, two numbers that have had four digits in the same range, 30 to 39. So that's these guys, 2016, 2023. So don't do that. It's super hard to for that to roll back around. So it only happened twice. So I would highly recommend don't do four digits in the same range. It just is super low occurrences. And then three digits in the same range is also pretty low occurrences. Obviously, it does happen. And two digits is highly recommended because it happens quite frequently. So if we look at the 172 times for the 20 to 29, and we look at the most occurring digit of 21. So 21 has been the most occurring digit at 104 occurrences. And that's out of that, again, 1,098 numbers. So this is a total number, and 21 is the most occurring digit, irregardless of the Powerball. So that's the most occurring, and then down below is the least occurring. 65 and 49 are both the least occurring digits at 60 occurrences. So keep that in mind when you fill out your tickets. So let's look at the rest of the number. 35 is the lowest odds here at 6.28. And so that would be on the left hand side. The left hand side again is all the digits most occurring to least occurring. So number 35, it's 6.27. It's all the way down here. So, pretty low down on the list. So that's why the odds are lower. on that digit, but a lot of these other digits are, in above 7%. So that's why we have a pretty nice odd score. The odd score being 41.34. And if we look at the stats again, the average odds is 40.6 percent. So it's above the average. And then again, if we look at the total odds, again, 41.34, and we look at the stats, we look here, 41.34 occurred 98 times. So, that's in the top four. So the most occurring, I guess these two guys are neck and neck, 40 to 40.9, 49, and then 39.5 to 39.99 are neck and neck, and then that 40.5 to 40.99 is the highest odds. But these guys are nipping at the heels of that one. So that it's definitely not a bad odds to have today. It's a little bit higher, but the problem starts to show up when we look at the occurrences. Because this digit is so low occurring, number 12, Powerball, that means that it's very difficult to match up numbers that would be good fits, because there's just so many numbers that would be good fits when you have a low occurring power or mega ball, and that's what really just kind of makes it super difficult to figure it out. Once you do actually select your Powerball, like we have the Powerball as 12 today, it does show you what the occurrences with that Powerball is. So on the right hand side, once you've selected your Powerball, it'll list all of the digits, most occurring to least occurring. So it's telling us that number 45 occurred 6 times out of those 34 occurrences where Powerball was the winning Powerball digit and a winning number. So 45 occurred 6 times, 39 occurred 6 times, and then down the list. And then once you start getting down to the bottom, you see because that 12 is such a low occurring, you have a lot of digits that are 0, and then even more digits that are 1, and then it goes into the 2s. So it's a real dragger. So, it just becomes just super hard to find a good match of the next 5 digits once you select such a low occurring Powerball. So let's see what else we have. So, if we were to swap this number 12 out to, let's say, a 6, a little bit better occurrences, not the greatest. And we can look on the lineup and find number 6 as a 3.55. So it's not exactly the highest occurring at 39, but it's a little bit better in the middle. So generally anything that's in that ballpark, when you start getting half of the total occurrences, so 55, when you start getting closer to that half of that, then things start to really get much more difficult to put things together. So the least occurring would be again that number 12 at 3.1. So and out of 34 occurrences. So and that's generally how it works when you have digits that are starting to be like half of the most occurring, like 21 is the most occurring, and then that 49 and 65 are in that 60 occurrences. So it becomes much more difficult, and K7, our AI simulator, is always going to go and refer to the stats to choose numbers. So it's always going to choose things that are much more likely to show up, and recommend those numbers. So let's look at the rest of the number 15 for the occurrences. We can look at the stats again. The average occurrences is 20.56. So that's a bit low. So if we look here at our occurrences, the number 15 is only shown 40 times, 40 numbers. In the past have only had occurrences of 15. So out of that 1098, 40 of those. And so that's, fairly low compared to, the most occurring of 18. So that's less than half again. So, that's something we would avoid. And then the combo score is actually doing better. And that's combo score is the typical average combo score is 18.6. So at 21, we are here. So it's a pretty good combo score. And again, that's happening because we have two digits in the same range, and that occurs, fairly frequently. So you get bonus points in your combo value. But again, if we were to drop this down and do three digits in the same range, let's see, 37, it drops down our combo score. So that's telling you that doesn't recommend that because it happens so infrequently that we would highly recommend that you don't do that. So, what else do we have going on with this number? Um, that's pretty much it. The problem with the occurrences is obviously because of the low combo score. I'm sorry, the low Powerball digit. But if you were choosing a low occurring Powerball or Mega Ball, then expect your total occurrences to be low. So then if you want to actually decide to go with starting off with a high odds and then trying to have a nice combo score and not worry about the occurrences because you are choosing a low occurring digit, you could do it that way. But again, the amount of potential numbers in that category just exponentially increases. So that's why we generally are going to try to choose power and mega ball digits that are going to be higher occurring digits, and then pair those with. So if let's say I choose the number 18 as a Powerball, it's fairly high occurring at 52 occurrences. And then this site shows us that the stats. So number 67 occurred with number 18 eight times. And then number 67 occurred overall with irregardless of the number, the Powerball, 82 times. So down below it's just showing the stats from the left hand side so that it makes it a little bit easier to build numbers. So in a perfect world, you'd pick your Powerball, and then pick digits that are accompanying that on a frequent basis, and then pick digits that have higher overall occurrences and odds, and then that combination would be a pretty good combination and much more likely to build out. So we can build that number. We'll use all of the highly occurring digits. So we got 67, 38, 31. So we're going to have two digits in the same range. So that should be a plus plus. 64. Now this is a little bit more tricky. So that we would have. If I chose the 64 because it's the next most occurring and high occurrence overall, it gives us two digits in this. Two sets of digits in two different ranges, so 67 and 64, and then 31 and 38. This is not something that happens very frequently. It does happen. You'd have to make that decision if you want to actually drop one of these and go with something else. I probably would drop the number 31 because it has a lower odds of the rest. So maybe I'll change out the 31 to a number 1. And then that kind of helps me not have that double set. So our combo score is looking already well, and the current score is stellar because we are choosing the highest occurring digits with this. And again, because we're still going to be off on that occurrences. Again, if you look at the stats, the occurrences, the average occurrences is going to be 20.56, and if we look at our number that we're building out, we're at 29. And so then if we look at the stats again, 29 has only occurred 22 times. So that's super low. I mean, 22 times compared to the most occurring would be, the 18. So you might want to draw things down a little bit and get that. It's a little hot there. So you might go ahead and maybe drop down this number 38 being the highest occurring digit with number 18. So we can look down the list again and find something that's less occurring. So it's only occurred 6 times and it has a overall odds of 7.56. But then we can look for something that this is also 6 occurring, high occurrence as well. Let's do 44. So we'll change out 44 here. And that dropped down our combo score a little bit. Because we do have good odds on all of these digits, then our combo score is also taking that into consideration. And then because our all of our digits are highly occurring, then that is keeping our current score up. And if we look at our stats and we go 27 as the occurrence, we select that. And it'll show us all the digits that have that occurrence of 27 in the past. And it'll show us what the typical odds and combo score is. So then we kind of just look down this and see where we are. So like this digit here has a negative combo score because it has 3 digits in the same range. So that's a no-go. And then this guy has a pretty high occurrence. And high odds because it also chose digits that have high occurrences and then high odds. So this is a winning number from 2024. So you can kind of look at that and say, that does happen. And we can kind of roll down the list and see with those high occurrences what to expect for your odds and your combo scores. And so this seems to have occurred, again, 72 times. So you can either go with that or you can continue to swap things out. Let's go ahead and finish the number out. I think I'm going to choose something in a lower occurrence but a high overall occurrence. So number 69 looks like a good candidate. But if I did 69, I'd have 3 digits in the same range. I wouldn't want to do that, so I'll have to rethink that. So number 9 has 79 overall occurrences, 5 occurrences with the Powerball digit that we've chosen. We are pretty hot on the odds, so we might want to go a little lower. We could go with 49. That's a low occurring digit. Again, that's the lowest occurring. But I just am not feeling that 49. So I think I'm going to go, if I go with 4, then I'll have another digit in the same range because we already are using 1. So how about number 20 because it has 4 occurrences and 83 overall occurrences. So we'll try that one. So yeah, slam. Pretty high odds, and the current score went up even more. So we can keep working on this and drop things down as we need it. If we look at the stats again, we'll look at combo value of 24. So we'll look at combo value 24. There's 83 times that it's occurred, so it's not super low. Let's look at what things kind of pan out. So 43 odds, 39 odds, 42 odds, 39 odds, 40 odds, 30, 41 odds, 43 odds. So yeah, this isn't looking too bad, but generally in all these digits, the current scores are, less than 20. So if we look at ours, it's at 31. So this number needs some work. So I would just keep building this out and trying to get this closer to the averages and closer to the stat higher, uh, categories like all of the categories. You can go with odds, occurrences, and combo, and then also digits in the same range. So it does take a bit of work, but the AI K7 engine generally can kind of go through this and pop out what I want. I select the number, say 20 in a combo, it'll start running those stats for me, and then I can add, 18 and figure out really stellar numbers. And basically, that's what happens when we are in the account. We can go into pool with us, and we do have a pretty good promotion right now with the Powerball. I'll point that out in a second, but generally you can go through and you can look at your Powerball votes, and it will show you all the digits that people have submitted, and also the K7 has submitted, and then vote for those. And then, once you vote for these five, the next five show up, and you can just keep doing that all day long. And once we have all those stats and those votes, we kind of go through and figure out which digits and numbers that we are going to actually play for that drawing. So I wanted to quickly show you that promotion. Basically, yeah. So it's the Powerball promotion, and it's you play a penny in the next 100 Powerball drawings, and if you don't win at least $30 in the next 100 Powerball drawings, we pay you the $30, and you could win up to the 115, depending on if we win that draw. You would obviously get the higher amount. So if we win the draw and the penny value is, like I think the penny value right now is, yeah, $115,250. So that amount is going to change depending if there's a winner or not on this draw. We did we did win a little bit of money on this draw, so you'll see that in an email if you did pull with us on this drawing. Nobody's going to get rich on this one, but it's a little bit of money, and it kind of makes everybody's account positive for the year. So that's really great when that happens. So everybody's investments have paid off and then some. So congratulations, everybody. Don't spend it all in one place, and you'll get that email about if you want the funds added to the account or sent to you. All right, everybody. Have a good one, and let's get some of this jackpot. Thanks.